So maybe you feel anxious around people, maybe past hurts have made it hard to trust, maybe the shame and invalidation you're carrying from your childhood makes it impossible to just be yourself with other people, and you're in fear all the time that you'll say the wrong thing, or that that other people don't like you, or that you don't belong, and you think everyone else belongs, but just not me. I used to think that. I totally know the feeling. I spent so much time in my life feeling that way exactly, just drowning in fear, on fire with resentment, talking about it, trying to get other people to understand and feel connected with them. I wanted them to know how wronged I was, how terrible were the things that happened to me, how unjustly excluded and overlooked I had been. And all these things were true, and it felt like talking about it should deliver some kind of healing breakthrough, that somehow people would care, but it wasn't how it was worked. It was true, but talking about it and trying to get people to care about me, it just wasn't a path out of that feeling. There had to be another way. It felt like there wasn't one. We all have to talk about painful things sometimes, but as you've probably found, like I did, it doesn't automatically heal that sense of disconnection, of not being cared for. That, I've learned, involves building something you might call connection muscles, emotionally, mentally, neurologically. And rather than trying to run away from people or change them or hate them or cling to them for dear life, I learned to shift my focus onto noticing and calming my triggers. And that's a lot of what I teach in the videos you're watching right now, in the programs I offer. If you don't get triggered, all the other things that you do when you're triggered, well, now it becomes a choice. You used to not have a choice. You just got triggered into this bad behavior. Now you get a pause and you go, ooh, I'm triggered. Okay, hold on, let me do this differently. This will change everything. You'll be able to gracefully handle some of life's tricky people situations, stuff most of us didn't learn from our parents, right? When you had to blunder along all that time with a combination of faking it and fighting people and running away from them, you don't have to do that. You can learn to stay kind when you feel like lashing out. You can care for yourself when you feel threatened or abandoned. You can deal with conflicts with the courage and dignity that were drained out of you by the trauma in the first place.